Hello, this is Attorney Alan Cleveland at AthensInjuryLawyer.com. We always get this question, how much is my case worth? And the honest answer is, it depends. I'm going to try and show you today some of the things that affect the value of your case if you've been involved in a personal injury accident. The main drivers of value are going to be how serious are your injuries, what kind of injuries they are, your medical bills, lost wages if you have them, and your pain and suffering. That's the largest quantifier for values. Other things that could affect value are, if you're in a car wreck, for instance, is the property damage. If your car has minimal damage and you've got serious injuries, you're going to have to make sure that your claim is documented properly and you get opinions from the doctors about causation. Otherwise, the insurance company is going to look at the property damage and decide that you weren't really hurt that bad. Pre-existing conditions that are aggravated in an accident can also affect the value of your case. In Georgia, you can still make a recovery if you've had pre-existing conditions that are aggravated, but it's hard to sort out what the aggravation was from the prior condition, so that affects the value of your case. The second thing that really affects value is fault. If there's no question of fault, for instance, you're in a rear end collision, someone hits you from behind, that's good. The liability is clear, but it's not always clear. Sometimes there's multiple defendants, sometimes maybe you had some fault. In Georgia, we have a comparative negligence statute, which means that if you are 50% at fault or less, you can still get a recovery. But if you're 51% at fault, you can't. So that affects value. For an example of that, if you have a $100,000 damages case and you're 40% at fault, your $100,000 award is going to get reduced by $40,000. The next thing, and this is really a big one, is the insurance limits on the case matters. Unfortunately, in our country, civil justice is paid with insurance money. If there's no insurance, you're not going to get anything. People who have assets, they have insurance. People who don't have assets to recover. So it's going to be harder for you to sue somebody, get a judgment, and try to collect it from them. So the amount of the insurance is important. You might have underinsured or uninsured motorist coverage. That's really important too, because that will protect you from somebody who has no insurance or who doesn't have enough insurance to pay off your damages. In real world expectations, there's no average case. Your case is completely different from anybody else's. I've been practicing law for 28 years. I don't like to tell clients when they call me for the first time, this is how much is my case worth. I don't believe that any credible attorney can give you an exact case value. They might give you a range in good faith, and the reason is because we don't know what your damages are until you've completely been released from your doctors and you've let things play out. So other factors that can affect your case value. The skill of the lawyer. Do they try cases or do they just settle cases? Insurance companies know who does what. The lawyer's experience with those kind of cases matters. The witnesses, are they credible? Are you credible? Where does the defendant live? That's important because you have to file suit in that county. Some counties are more sympathetic to injury victim claims than others. All of these things are wrapped into what value is, and the truth is it's an art, it's not a science. There's no factors, there's no 2 or 3 times your medical bills. You have to take each case and look at it and make a decision about what the fair value of the case is. At the end of the day, your case is worth what you're willing to accept and what the insurance company is willing to pay. If you want a real number, you need to talk to an experienced attorney and get an evaluation case specific to your set of facts.